Hello, it's Lara Joe. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Let me pin that. Okay. Hello, it's Lara Joe, SirenSong lover. Hope you're having a beautiful evening. Drop a hello. Let me know how it's going. What's going on in your neck of the woods. Yeah. What you're doing, what you're up to. I don't know. I'm feeling worn out. It has been crazy day. Crazy few days. Yeah. So, I guess I'm just gonna sit and kind of hang out for a few minutes while I wait and see what's going on. Let me know if you're in. Drop a hello. Okay, now that I've gotten some chips in my teeth to get the time started, let me see what we got. Let's see what we don't have. Okay. Energetically, it's been really shitty the last few days. I was really sick. So I'm coming back tonight, but I am coming back and I'm exhausted, worn out, drawn out, and I was up really freaking late with a migraine, and I was really sick. So if I seem like not quite, it's because I was really freaking sick the last few days. Okay, the Bardo. What are we learning from life's lessons? How are we using our knowledge and the all-seeing eye? That old knowledge that we have to tap into. The siren following our voice, following our call home. The mirror, looking at how our external world is a mirror of our internal world. So we have to look within to our shadow, those dark parts, and gnosis, knowing, that all knowing. All right. And then the vessel. Okay. All right, so we have to look within. For the knowing, we have to look within our own self, our own life, our own vessel, our container. Shit. And the village. asking for help. Asking for help. Asking for help is not a bad thing. Or finding our own village. Sometimes that is the answer that we need, is that we have to find our own village. Those people that resonate with us, that sing the same song as us. So, let's see. And the eternal child. Always be willing to learn. Always be willing to grow and keep going. I think part of the trap everybody gets into is like, oh, I know everything. Well, no, we have to be continually learning and growing in order to keep going where we need to. The bardo and the siren popped out again. So the bardo again. When I see the bardo, I think of like the storytellers. Like, how are they telling the stories of old so that we stay knowing, so we don't forget? And the siren, listening to that call, to that pull home. Yeah. Oh, badger. Okay. Let's see. Agape. Okay. We got some. Ooh. Agape. Let me look that up really quick, because I think agape, I want to make sure that I have the correct. Okay, so agape is like being open with wonderment. So how are we keeping ourselves open with wonderment? I'll say where this comes into relevance, because it's saying be the comic, be willing to have fun with life. And we have the desert, feels like we're drowning, and the ocean. So agape, be willing to be open to the comic, that eternal jokester, the fool. And the reason being is because when we feel like we're in the desert, if you're looking for fun, you may just realize that the ocean is just underneath. I like to think of the song Horse with No Name, and how, he was walking through the desert, and then all of a sudden he realized how rich and open with life it was, and it really wasn't ocean underneath it all. Because, all right, the storm, letting go of anything that is not for you, that's not helping your highest growth, and gnosis, the knowing. Let's look at that one too. Yeah. Okay. I love that I'm looking up words today, and the only reason being is knowledge is power. Gnosis is knowledge, typically esoteric knowledge. Okay, and the mentor, looking for the guidance to bring you to where you need to be. So, okay. Maybe the guidance I need is to get rest. I don't know. I tried going to sleep early last night, and that didn't work. I slept so much yesterday because I was not feeling good. I went to bed way too late on Saturday, and then I wasn't feeling good. I slept a lot from Saturday night to Sunday, and then I slept some more, and then yesterday I had a weird incident, and then I was really sick last night. Like, I woke up and I tried going to bed early yesterday because, like I say, I didn't feel good all day. And then I woke up in the middle of the night I went to bed in pain. I went to bed with my stomach being all torn up. And then I woke up in the middle of the night with like a stabbing headache and vomiting, which to have to wake up in the middle of the night, it was horrifying and disgusting. And I definitely was praying last night because my head hurt so freaking bad. And I don't know what's going on in my neighborhood. Like, and actually I want to look that up, but when I was out walking the dog yesterday, it smelled very heavily of like a gas in the air, which doesn't make sense. Like, you think it would dissipate really fast, but like a really heavy gas in the air. And then like my eyes started burning, my nose started burning, and then, like I say, a headache. And I'm like, what is going on? I know the air quality in the part of town I'm in is high, except there's a lot of other weird, crazy shit going on. So I'm not sure. It was not good. That's not the first time that I've smelled something funny and then my nose starts burning, and then my animals react too. So I don't know what they're doing. I don't like it at all. Okay, the prayer. I've been saying a lot of prayers because there's been a lot of unfair things happening, and the judge, like the universe, is calling judgment on it. Eros, and it has to do with love. It does. Like the romantic love and the fault line. There being a major crack in the foundation. So we're working through it. We're looking at it. We're doing whatever. All right. Eros came out again. So love, like I say that, sexual love, and the temple. Making sure we're taking care of our body, mind, and soul. Okay, give me one moment. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to go get my tea. I have to get that. I'll be right back. Hold on one minute. Girl. Alright, let's try. Sit down again, see how we're doing. Okay. Sit down, Badger. Sit down. Thank you. Okay. Do not get in my face, sir. What is it you're smelling exactly? Are you smelling my tea? Because it smells like peach and honey. Okay. Okay. The stone and the siren. The stone. I'm going to look at this as like our architecture. How are we building our foundation? And the siren. How are we answering our call to get home? So, I am Mary Jo, SirenSong lover. And for me, the siren is like answering that call to go into deeper waters. And, you know, waters are the emotions. So how are we diving deeper into our emotions and finding our way home? Like finding what we like, finding what we love, finding what we want. That thing that makes us happy. This society is too stuck on like superficial or like temporary connections and relationships. So how are we digging deeper to find what we love, what we want? Not just on the surface. And then Alethea is finding that balance between light and dark, shadow, feminine, our happiness and the divine. And the healer, healing ourselves. And the healer is taking into consideration our past, our present, and the future, and figuring out what we want and need to get home. Okay. And then this time, building our foundation. The mirror, figuring out what we need and what we want and where we're going. So everything is a mirror for us. Those people that we love, they're a mirror of our good side. Those people that we hate or that make us angry, that's a mirror of our shadow side. And the people that make you angry are probably actually amazing for you because they show you the side of yourself that you don't necessarily like or you can't see or you don't want to see. But people that trigger you give you an amazing gift because they show you the hidden parts of yourself that you don't think that you have. The womb. Going within, protecting your creative space. Badger, why are you breathing so heavy? Don't. Hey. Don't. Oh, sorry, man. I can turn the AC on, but I don't think that's going to stop your panting there. Don't lick the couch, bro. Okay, let's try that again. Anima Mundi, so tapping into your primal energy, your primal life force, the Father. How are you finding the balance between your light and your shadow and being the Father for yourself? The offering, you have to give up pieces of yourself to be able to invite new in. That was one of the lessons today in the vessel. So the offering, what are you giving up? Like if you want a new life, what are you giving up to create space within your vessel, within your person to bring that in? I had to have that conversation like, okay, I have to give up this if I want something better. Like in order to be able to open my arms for someone else, I have to be able to give up that which no longer serves me. So that was kind of the lesson today, is like, what am I offering up and how am I becoming a conduit for it? Okay, the storm is coming first. You have to clear out anything that is not for you, no longer meant for your journey. In the womb, creating that space within you to breathe life into a new creation. Let me do a few more from here, and then we'll move on to the next. Okay. Oh, so you're telling me our friend is close by? Is that what you're saying, girl? Okay. Oh, and the creator. How are you creating your own life? And the poet. The poet. It's your life. Create it artistically as you wish. Write your most beautiful love story. And even if it isn't a love story, write it anyways, however it needs to be written. Okay. The castle. Building our creation, building our home. Okay. Are you trying to tell me you want to be a reader today? Okay. You're going to join us in reading today? Does that mean your friend's around? Is that what that is? Gnosis, that knowing. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna pull from this deck right here. I know. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Apparently she didn't want to play for that one. Or she'll be back. She always is. She's my little stalker. I got plenty of little stalkers, but she's my feline one. Okay. Oh, hello. You're back again? What, girl? Oh, okay. Badger, give me space. I know you don't know what that means, but give me space. I know you have no idea what space means, because you're a dog. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I love how I did that perfectly. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, before we start shuffling, is Ten of Swords. We have been through betrayal. And Ten of Swords is like the ultimate betrayal. Like, we have every freaking sword in our back. Like, everyone that we thought was a friend put a sword in our back. Everyone that we thought was our family put a sword in our back. The guy at the post office put a sword in our back. So let's start with that. That's the bottom of the deck. That's the energy we're going to start out with. Let's see if it gets better from there. Okay, Four of Wands. This has affected our foundation, our home. The four walls. We need to rebuild. And rebuild with happier people, places, things. Things that are better aligned with us, not whatever this craziness is. Page of Swords. We've been dealing with people that are playing mind games, petty, angry, childish. That's not. Okay. Knight of Wands. This is having to deal with being fiery, passionate, but it's that player energy. So Page of Swords, you've been acting immature. Knight of Wands, you've been using that player energy. Well, it's got to come to an end. If you want to sit in the King of Cups, or you want to bring in that love offer, you can't be childish and you can't be plain. You actually have to do the right thing. If you want to stay at a house, don't be out sleeping with everyone under the sun. I love the sun comes out with that. So I love that. I said, don't be sleeping with everything under the sun, and the sun is right under. So the sun is, you want happiness, you want success, but you have to be willing to stop playing around, especially if you want to be in that King of Cups energy. Six of Cups, we're looking back, we're reminiscing over the memories, deciding what we want to keep, what we don't. Yeah, you have to decide. No one else can do it for you. So, yeah. Three of Wands, it's left you in an imbalanced position. So we started out with Ten of Swords, like everybody had stabbed us, left us, blah, blah, blah. And that could be because we were playing in energy that was not balanced. It was mind games. It was my way or the highway. And that's a no. Okay, my cards are all scrambled. I may have to take a minute just to shuffle through and make sure they're in the right orders. Or maybe that's the whole point. So they're not supposed to be in the right order. Just supposed to read them how we read them. Okay, the sun coming out in reverse. 10 of Cups coming out in reverse. So when we're not balanced, we don't have our love. We don't have our happy sunshine day. The High Priestess, we're needing to sit in our embodiment of being very grounded, stable, knowing what we want, having everything within our grasp. The High Priestess is very highly intuitive. It's Libra energy. King of Swords, we've been sitting in that hyper masculine, like, off with our head. No, thank you. The King of Swords is... He's like, man, you don't cross. And the Tower. The Tower has to fall. You have to release any of that foundation that's not stable, that has been plaguing us. I was really sick yesterday, Davey. Really sick. So here I am. But I was really sick yesterday. And the day before. Like, how have you been? I'm still not feeling spectacular. Yet, I'm better than what I was yesterday. I was really fucking sick yesterday, so. Yeah. Were you drinking yesterday? Okay, so. I'm sorry you were sick this morning. I hope you're feeling better. I tried going to bed early last night, and I got sick, like, I wasn't feeling good all day yesterday, and then I had stomach issues. I had I thought I was gonna die last night. I know that's over dramatic, but literally it felt like I had like something like a pick in my brain, and I woke up and started vomiting. So I was up at like 2:45 this morning throwing my guts up because I had such a horrifying headache. So yeah. I did get some spiritual work done today, thanks to your contributions. So, and I got food. I got food today, so, yeah. I'm sorry you weren't feeling good. What kind, like, was it, good pizza, or was it, like, gas station pizza? Because I eat a lot of gas station pizza, so I can understand not feeling well after that, but hopefully that's not what you're eating. Or gas station pizza's okay, I guess. If you ever get out to see me, maybe I'll take you for some gas station pizza sometime. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. That's no bueno. I'm sorry, my love. What kind of pizza was it? Was it something weird, or was it just something that didn't agree with your stomach, I guess? That's all that matters. I'm trying to get my cards in order right now. Whew. I made myself some tea. Oh. You know, meat and I have a weird relationship. Like, I actually love going meatless because it makes my body feel better. I know we've talked about that, but sometimes it's good if you just take a few days to reduce your meat intake and or just not eat meat at all. I know, like, people are like, I can't do that. I'm like, try it for a day or two, see how your body feels. Because meat is really hard for your body to process. That's no bueno. I'm sorry. Did you get it yesterday or did you get it... When did you get that pizza? Like I say, I was sicker than a fucking dog last night. All day yesterday and sicker than a dog last night. I slept more yesterday than I have in a hot minute, but it was not good. Not good at all. Alright, let's see what... Something not agreeing. Okay, are you on Stars at all? I know we were talking about movies that you were recommending the other day, but do you have Stars? Because there's like 2 shows that I've been watching the last 2 days while I've been really sick. So, I've been watching TV while I've been sick, I guess, which as I'm like laying here, like trying not to die, I'm watching TV because, yeah. Okay. This girl in these shows, because she's in the same show, like she's in both of these shows. She's like hella cute. I mean, she's young, but she's hella cute. Okay, King of Wands is on the bottom. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine. It was kind of creeping earlier. I shuffled back through the deck, but apparently it wanted to come out. So let's see. That's sitting in that embodiment of our passions. We're fiery. We know what we want. Oh, 8 of Swords. Need to release from that mental imprisonment. Need to let yourself out of those traps. It's a loop. 8s are loops, so don't get stuck in that mental imprisonment of it all. The Emperor was trying to come out. Let's see. What else did you do today? Have you gotten packing done? Do you know where you're going next? How does that work with your lease? You should ask that question. 6 of Pentacles. We are balancing our finances. We are finding that finite balance after being in all that mental imprisonment. Let's see. 5 of Swords. We have to let go of those fights. We have to let go of those people that are causing us mental anguish. Say, you know what? We can't play these games anymore. I won't go for that. No. Okay, now singing Hall & Oates because one of them had a birthday last week. I think it was Daryl Hall. I may be showing my age if I'm talking about Hall & Oates because, you know. Okay, 8 of Wands. We're getting information. This could be like intuitive nudges about what we need to be doing. So that information is coming in rapidly from every direction. Be willing to listen and look for it. What else are you up to, man? Let's see. 3 of Wands, needing to find that balance. Needing to build... Oh. Does that mean you can't pack because it's Veterans Day? Are you a veteran? Have we talked about that before? Page of Pentacles. We've had imbalances in our finances. Holding on to old patterns that maybe aren't working for us. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. They're closed today? Okay, so what actually do you do? What is your job title? I guess I should have asked that the other day because I was like, I know you said you work in solar, but I brewed tea today. So if you came by, if you were passing through Georgia whenever you're getting settled, okay, you know, I can take you for some gas station pizza and brew you some fresh tea. And have you meet a million animals, because that's what I do. What is a solar technician too? What does that, are you an, you said you run plants, or you, what do you do exactly? Tell me. Okay. Like by yourself, or are there other people? How's that work, man? Come on now. It's very vague. You're not giving me real great answers here, sir. I was thinking, oh my gosh. So I was thinking about it today. No, last night. Last night as I was laying there, I was like, I've dated some pretty cool people. Like, I've dated a lot of military men. So then, you know, like, one of the guys I dated him right after 9/11. He was in a control room in Italy with his finger over a button when 9/11 happened, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's good to make sure things are running. Now, are solar power plants, like, are they a singular person job, or is that a lot of people, or how's that work? I mean, like, I know, I'm asking a million questions, but I'm trying to get a feel for what it is exactly you do. Are there a lot of people that work with you? Oh, okay. How big is a solar power plant? Okay. Well, I was going to say, how big is a place? How many people do they typically have working there? How many people, you know, how all of that. Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is spinning. The wheel is spinning. The Hermit. We have to go within to decide the answers that... Yeah. That's why I work solo. I work alone. Probably because I do like... Yeah, no. I don't... No. The Hermit, it's going within, working alone. That's sometimes a better solution. I'm one of those, I'm always a workhorse. So, like, when I used to work, like, I would always pick up the slack for everyone else, which was super annoying. And now that's why, like I say, I'm like, I'll just work by myself. It's okay. I don't do well with egotistical people. I don't know. Or lazy people, because I'm like, hey man, I want to hang out too. Page of Pentacles. So this is going back to needing to update our mindset about money and how we spend it. That's the other part. Like, let's talk about that for a minute. Money mindset. So if you want a big amount of money, you have to know how you would spend every cent of it. Because if you were to get, like, say if you were to win the lottery tomorrow, if you were used to a mindset of never having money, you would spend it in 3 seconds flat. So Page of Pentacles is updating our money mindset. I don't do well with these Harley men. I'm like, you're not that impressive, man. Ooh, you have a motorcycle. 4 of Wands, we're building our foundation. We're building our walls. I'm sleepy. Being sick Saturday. I was really sick Saturday. I know I was doing that live and I was up really late and I was on that live really late, but I was not feeling good. Didn't feel good Saturday. Slept a lot Sunday. Like I said, I got really sick yesterday. I'm like dragging. This weekend, I guess, because it hasn't been that much of a week yet, but this weekend was pretty rough. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. We're going to be getting that financial payoff. We're going to be getting that Pentacles. So again, we have to know if we were to have a large amount of money, what would we utilize it for? How would we enrich our lives? What would we, like, envision us doing with it, I guess. I know that was all the same stuff, but... Oh, shit. Sleeping. I would sleep if I had more money. I would get a massage, because I definitely need one of those. Okay, Page of Cups. So this is having to deal with someone who's been in immature emotions. Like, this is childish, like, immature energy. It's like hot and cold. It's ghosting. It's no bueno. Four of Swords. Four of Swords is like, we need to rest because we've been stabbed. We can't rest because it feels like we have swords over our head while we're sleeping, and we're sleeping with a sword in our bed, which is an applicable statement for me. I've been dealing with a lot of immature people who have stabbed me, and then, yeah. Death. So this is Scorpio energy. We have to let go of things that are no longer for us. It's closing out those cycles. Oh, see, for me, I have a lot of accomplishments. I have a lot of things to do accomplishment-wise, so I need very mass amounts of money because I've got a lot of people to help. So, I already know... Oh, okay. I already know, like, if I had money, where I would be investing it. Like, I have lots of projects, lots of people to help. The Emperor, so Aries energy, being in charge of our own life. The Lovers, finding soulmate, union. Say, Davey, look at this picture for the Lovers. Look how freaking gorgeous that is. I know we got some weird glare off of it, but... The Lovers, that's like our soulmate. That's finding our happiness, our counterpart. Eight of Swords, we have to get out. We have to get out of our mental imprisonment. Yeah, no, see, because I had to not dream my whole life, I am like, I don't like a short king. I'm not like a huge, I like tall, but, yeah, no, because I had to live everyone else's dreams my whole life. Now I'm like, I have such a big vision for the future because I no longer have anyone to dictate my life, to say, oh, you can't do that. No, I can. I will. And I am. I'm going to be going far, man. If I can get out of here. Page of Wands. This is that, like, this is almost like that feminine, like that fiery, like, temper tantrums. That's a no. You're 6 feet tall? Shit. Okay. That's not short. I mean, okay, so the last guy I dated, he was on the short side. He was 5 foot. There was like so much about that situation that was fucked up, that last dating situation, but he was 5'6". Although he had like tall hair, so he appeared more like 5'8". So I guess that was working for him. I don't know. 6 foot, like, for me is like a good height. It's still pretty tall though, because I'm short. I'm short as shit. I have dated guys though that were 6'4". I was talking about the Scorpio, the original Scorpio that I loved, and he was 6'4", and that was always funny because I'm 5'2". So like, I would have to stand on a curb or on a step to like kiss him on the lips, but we're all the same height in bed, so you know. Okay, so for me, I like dating taller guys because, well, before when I was heavier, it was like I liked feeling like I was kind of small because I would date taller guys. But now, because I'm like skinny and short, it's like I like having taller guys because, like, yes, I need like a protector. I'm like, I need someone who can A, reach something on the top shelf, but B, also like make me feel dainty. So I don't know. I will say, like, when I see 5'6" on dating apps, I'm like, yeah, we don't do that. The moon, there's secrets, there's hidden things that we need to be looking at further. Love how it went really dark at that moment. I was like, oh. The real one. I got unstable foundation. We gotta be building. We gotta be building. Building. Okay. Added ones. Information coming in. Messages coming in. Communication rapidly. I bet you're going to hear about your job opportunity tomorrow. One way or the other, you'll hear about it tomorrow. If that floats your boat, are you into taller women? Temperance, using patience and balance. That's the wounded warrior. The Emperor. Lots of fire sign energy. So Emperor is Aries. It's rushing forward. It would be like a sitcom. So one of my high school friends, she was, I think, 5'10", and yeah, probably. She was like 5'10", and I think her husband was like 5'8". It was awkward. There was also a huge age gap, So my last ex-boyfriend, he was only, so he was 5'6", but he had size 13 feet, which was funny because, actually, let me see if I can find pictures of my feet next to his shoes, because it is actually kind of funny how giant his feet were compared to mine. Because, yeah. I have to think of where in all this shit show pictures of his shoes would be. Where? Yeah. Where are you? I take a million pictures, by the way, because I like to. Which I've taken a million pictures of today. Today I had a spiritual field trip. So that was interesting. Why are my toes all jacked? Okay. Let's look at that. Okay. Well, I'm not finding it, but anyway, size 13 feet next to my feet is a funny situation because, yeah, they swallow my feet up. Okay, well, yeah, I'll be right back to you. I'll be right back. Miss. Excuse me. Okay, girl. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Bobby Love, you are an actual menace, girl. Sorry, Badger. Okay. Okay, on the bottom of the deck we have empath. Means you feel everything. I get it. Alright. I am Larry Joe, SirenSong Lover. If you're in, say hello. Let me know if you're in the chat. Should you wish to book a service, that can be done through SirenSongLover.in. Should you wish to sow into my ministry, that can be done through Cash App at Siren, capital S, Song, capital S, Lover, capital L. Let's see what cards we need from the Roast Iconic deck today. Okay, so stay in your lane around jealous people because they want to put you in the black square. They want to put you in the box. Don't do that. It's a red flag. Red flags. We got them. Oh my gosh, there's this cutie on TikTok. He's like, yeah, I only like red flags. And I was like, well, let me introduce you to myself. Just kidding. Yeah, I know. Well, tinfoil hat. Maybe start listening to your intuition, that regardless of how big the conspiracy theory sounds. Okay, so there's some conspiracy theorists now that I'm like, no, they were right on. We should have fucking listened. Like Alex Jones. We should have listened to Alex Jones. He actually knew what he was talking about. We just didn't know it at the time. Now when people come out with conspiracy theories, I like start to listen a little bit more because I'm like, you're probably right on. Like, scoot on over. Make me a tinfoil hat. I'm coming in. I know that sounds so out there, but I'm like, no, yeah, I don't trust anything or anyone anymore. Kind of like, what is the line from X-Files? What is the line from X-Files? Quotes. You know what? We're not going there. Okay. All right. Let's question everything, I guess, is the stage we're at with humanity and everything in life right now. Well, that's the problem. It's conspiracy. It's not proven until it's proven. That's the other part of it. Like, I talk on a lot of conspiracy theory shit, which people don't like, but at the same time, I'm always right on. And they typically are trying to cover it up because I wasn't supposed to know. So there's a lot of like conspiracy theory shit in my life that has been right on, but people are trying to cover it because there's like, there's no way she would know. And I'm like, no, bitches, you should have come out when I brought it forth. But trauma bond. Anyway, trauma bonds. I don't know what Bohemian Grove is, but I know. Okay, so let me look at, unless you're gonna give it to me, but okay, yeah, no, yeah, well, because you know why he broke the story, right? Because he was an inside job. Okay, so I laugh about this, and the timing is funny because something came up with my son today. My son came up today, but my son used to go bananas over Alex Jones because like the water's turning the frogs gay. Well, now that we're actually looking at it, it's fucking true. Because of all of the hormones within the water, it's actually changing our DNA, it's changing the frog's DNA. And at the time, we were like, oh no, this dude's just, he didn't know what he's talking about. And now I look at it and go, oh, nope. Alex Jones, right on again. Right on again. We should have been, paying that guy. Love and gaslight. Love and gaslight. Ain't that the truth? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So love and... well, so hold on. I'm going to hit on that for a second. Love and gaslight and simping. So, it makes them more effeminate, just like the men in society today and the women. Like, women are more masculine, and that's because we have all the hormones. Okay, are you ready for like a little bit of a deep dive to conspiracy here? Because when women are on birth control and then we're emptying into the water's being recycled, and they don't actually filter out and they don't test for hormones in the water. So then it's getting dumped back in, and it's making the men more effeminate. If you look at like them having breasts, they're having more emotional. They don't know how to regulate their emotions, and women are becoming more hyper masculine. And I've watched it because, you know, I've seen how men have become women and women have become men, and I'm like, no, that's like a big grand scale for so many different things, but it really is changing our cellular DNA, and it's reducing our birth rates, and it's doing all kinds of fucked up shit. And that's a whole soapbox and a whole tinfoil hat on a different day, yet there's truth to it. Again, when I was like, we all thought he was crazy, and now we should probably actually be in like, hey man, what else you got back there that we should know about? Simp. Oh, simping. Freaking sleepy. It changes things on a cellular DNA level. That's the problem with all of the... Well, except for when you guys don't hold back your emotions. So this is the other part of it, though. When you guys don't hold back your emotions, and we're like, well, man, it's not that big a deal. It's being balanced in emotions and being able to have healthy discussions about it, because emotions are natural. But when men can't express their emotions because they've been told not to, and then women are seen as overly hysterical, and it's like, being emotional doesn't mean crazy. It just means we don't have a way to express it. So that's a whole other... fashion witch, and stay in your lane. That's where I'm gonna stay with that. Wait till you meet the woman that has walls around her heart and you can't get past them, no matter how much you try. Unicorn. Yeah. Unicorn. That's why I love my name. My name means guarded fortress, so among other things, but I don't let anyone near my heart. Podcast. It's like yeah, you got it. Are you talking about me? Just kidding. I apologize all the time. That being said, though, I do keep a very big wall around my heart. I don't let anybody near it. And that was what was funny about, no. I'm saying I have a wall up, too. I don't know how this works out, but like my ex, when he tried to break my heart, like he tried to be vicious and break my heart, and I'm like, Dude, you chose the same play that my first baby daddy did. Like, you're predictable and lame. You think you're gonna break my heart over an air mattress, Ashley? Like, my son's dad left me for an air mattress, Ashley, too. So, you leaving me for another Ashley doesn't break my heart. I just think you're stupid because you followed the exact same fucking pattern down to the name. And then I got told, oh, you're living in the past. I'm like, no, I'm not living in the past. I'm just pattern recognition. Then they're done that, have the t-shirt, now we'll never date another guy that resembles that at all. Or I'll date for a second and then be like, yeah, no, I've seen this train wreck. We're not going to get to the 15-year mark because fuck that noise. All right, let's see if there's anything else out of here. Okay, privilege. This is for me. I'm like, it's a privilege to be in my circle. If you don't have the right, like, vibration, you don't get in. And then people say I'm stuck up. No, I've just learned the lesson. It is a privilege to be in my environment. If you can't match that, like, get the fuck out. Oh, excuse me. We'll just say those are confirmation burps. Alright. We're gonna go back to the tarot. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine, Three of Wands. Our foundation's unsteady, the Emperor on the bottom. Oh, okay. Ace of Wands, passion, new idea, new birth, bringing things forth. And then Ten of Pentacles. So that Ace of Wands, that passionate beginning. So first off, because we had 3 wands and then Ace of Wands, so we're building up to 4 wands. And then, yeah, Ten of Pentacles, we're bringing in that financial abundance with that game. Okay. I don't know what to tell you, man. I need a lot of things. 8 of Wands. We're getting communication. Wand energy everywhere. So this is like, we're coming up on holiday season. This sounds like this could be cuffing season. We're lots of wands. We're getting new passionate ideas and offers. We're getting information, messages about it. And Ten of Pentacles. We're bringing in that money. I don't know what to tell you, man. What kind of drawings are you willing to do? Because I could give you an idea, but if you make some money off of it, you know, you have to holler at your girl. And you may have been on to something with, like, the drawing of the king when I showed you, like, the lover's card. Like, do some romance fiction there. Okay, well, let's branch out, man. It's boring. Not boring, but like, if you were to be creative, what would you write? What would you draw? If you didn't have to please anybody else, what would you draw? I should not be eating anything chili, because last night I'm eating chili cheese Fritos, but last night I got really sick and it was chili. It was not good coming back up. And I haven't been sick like that in a minute, so it was not fun. May the idea strike you as something new to create tonight. Okay, you know what? We're going to pull out the Synchronicity Oracle. Let's see what strikes your fancy, man. You ready? I shall shuffle, and let's see what ideas you can gather from it. Oh, what time is it? Okay, it's only 9:38. Don't forget to go outside and look up at 11:11. Especially, say Davy, as Scorpio, like your counter sign is Taurus. That's like that's your twin kind of in the astrological sign. So Taurus is kind of like your counter sign. And today's astrological events are Taurus. There's like Taurid meteor shower today. So at 11:11, go outside and look up and see if you get any inspirations of home. Yeah? It's not just Veterans Day. It's the 11:11 portal, which is beautiful for foundations and it's beautiful for making wishes today. So it sounds hokey as shit, but wish upon a star today. I will, because I am very much wish upon a star kind of girl. I was reading that today as like, wish upon a star at 11:11. And it was like, yes, I've always been like that, but I've kind of lost some of that sparkle, especially in the last few days. But then I'm like, no, I'm still very much like wish upon a star, I guess. Okay. I love that it came out because I saw it earlier, Pan. That trickster, you've got lovers, you've got like the tides, crystals, luck, writing, and unicycle. See if there's any inspiration in any of these cards that we find for you. You okay, Badger? Have you ever designed a tattoo, say Davy? Or is it time? Okay, so bury the hatchet, lotus, you have the mushroom cloud, you've got the eye, you've got the waves again, dream catchers, the circle, and the key. So how are you tapping into the old and reinventing the cycle for a new dream? And the key is within your grasp. Okay. Okay. I'm like, I have cherry blossoms. I have cherry blossoms. Okay. I have a few cherry blossoms on me. I can't wait to do the other side, but that has to wait for a little bit for me personally. Okay, so here we have the angel wings, we have the anchor, the moon, the wheel, the prism, we have the dream catcher again, so your dreams, and the lion. Let's flip it that way. So do you do like hand drawings at all, or is it all computer generated? Or do you hand draw on like... Okay. Well, that's cool. Okay. I know some people that like longboards. I know some people that like longboards around here. All right, Angel Wing came out again. Crystal, tarot cards, glasses. You got the sun now. You got the hatchet, the apple, biting into that knowledge of what you want. Okay, it looks like my computer might be going down. Or my internet might be going down. I don't know. That reminds me of video Killed the Radio Star, like MTV. Okay. I will be right back. So I'm not sure what's going on with my internet. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, are you guys seeing and hearing me? Or did I lose connection? Can you give me like a thumbs up if you can see or hear me? Because shit's really weird in my time, like in my part of the world, I guess. Like yesterday when I got really sick, right before that, I smelled gas really strong in the air, and then I got really sick. And then just now I was smelling like something again, so I'm not quite sure what the fuck's going on in my life. I don't like it. I'm not happy with what's going on. And I hope I don't get sick again tonight, because... Okay, hopefully, I'm having computer issues. Can you hear me now? Can you drop me a thumbs up? So it looks like we're back, but I don't know what's going on exactly. Okay, so yesterday when I got really sick, like, it smelled like gas really heavy in there. Not gas, but like some type of like gas. And then I got really sick last night, and then right before my computer shit started happening, like, it started smelling in my house again. So I'm not quite sure what the fuck's going on. And I would think, because like I live in a pretty, like, there has to be something really big fucking going on if you can smell it that heavily, and I would get sick. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't like it. I don't love it. It's tomfoolery. I don't love it. Okay. Which that all goes into my tinfoil hat part of life when we talk about all of that, the gas and my sickness and everything. But yeah, that's normally a daytime conversation that you're not around for, say, Davey. When I talk about the really heavy, deep shit, it's normally during the day. Yeah, no, I know what that is. I know what longboards are. I have children. I've had teenagers. I have teenagers. I know what longboards are. I was talking about how I was smelling gas and my computer's not working, and that's all fun conspiracy theory shit. Okay. piece. We're bending the prism, mirroring DNA, hourglass, cycles. Cool. Nice. Well, I can't get on a longboard because I'm delicate, I'm fragile, I break myself. I broke myself 2 years in a row because I don't bounce like I used to. And I've never been into like skateboarding or skating or anything. Alright. You should start selling the longboards online though. If you're custom doing decks, like you should find a retailer or sell them online, man. Depending on the quality of the longboards, I guess. Yeah, no, I still fall down. And I had never broken a bone until I was 37, and then I broke 2 bones 2 years in a row, and it sucked. Like I broke my elbow, and then I broke my hand. So, yeah, I still fall on shit. So, yeah, no, I don't. I'm not even graceful on my own feet. I don't need to be on anything more dangerous than that, man. Because I have kids that longboard. It's not me. And I'm not ever gonna look cool. Okay, let me talk about weirdness. So when I went out today, I live kind of in a weird section, but when I went out today, there was like a bouquet of flowers, like store-bought flowers, but there was a bouquet of flowers like thrown onto the side of the road where I was at, and I was like, I wonder where those came from and what the fuck the story is behind that. So, that was fun. Alright, let's see. Okay. Oh. Pop the question in turning your back. Yeah, no, I don't. Not for me. Not for me. Plus, where I live, like, there's no great places for longboarding around this area, so even if you were trying to use longboards to get, like, somewhere you can drinking and toxic lifestyle, you have to give it up, man. Let's see what else. Participate in self-love. No, I'm just talking about, like, I live out in the fucking country. I live out in the country, so there's no real great places around me to longboard. Like, I live on, like, a 2-lane road off of a 2-lane highway, so... Shocking news. There's something coming in that's gonna shock us. Oh, man. Oh, married. We get Siren? Popping question? What are we doing here? We are finding happiness after backstab, pain, cheating, deception, mind games, and love bombing. Okay. Okay. We can deal with that. There's gonna be an ending. Maybe endings. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this story because I'm like, it's not even, like, where I live. Oh my gosh. So I don't ever go out when it's dark if I can avoid it. And I had to take someone home very early in the morning. And there were deer. They came up off my property. And a car going by, like, he was going by pretty fast. 6 in the morning, and he pinged a deer, and that was traumatic. So even if you get up early around here, you still have obstacles. You still have obstacles. Yeah. I live in a wild part of town. I do live in a wild part of town, and then there's a lot of wildlife out here, which I like. And then, yeah, I live in, actually what's really kind of cool about where I live is there's certain parts to, like, there's certain ways to turn into where I live, and when you turn in one way, it kind of looks like you drive into a countryside, which is kind of cool. Like you're driving back in time in, like, Ireland or Scotland or something. Anyway, that's whatever. I'm like, I'm getting sleepy. Is what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna get out of these cards in just a moment. I think I'm gonna get into the Animal Spirit Oracle. Memories. We have to look at the past, remember what we want and what we don't want. That's the only reason we want to go back to the past. Be like, okay, you know what? I don't want this anymore. We're not going to entertain this when we go to look for dating. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Cool. Those are cool. Kind of Phoenix vibes there. Yeah. Send me another. Okay. I like the last one you sent me, man. Although, if you can't gather, like, I'm kind of a beachy vibes kind of a girl. If you can't guess by, like, the SirenSong lover, that's why living in the desert was not the best for me. Like, I need the water. I need the beach more than anything in the world. I need the beach right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Feelings. Let's see what else. And fucked up over you. Yeah. Are you a girl though? Okay, so truth be told, I never truly been in the ocean. Like been in the ocean until 2021. 2021? 2022. 2022. When we went to the Bahamas. That was like the first time in my whole entire fucking life at almost 4 years old was being in the ocean was when we went to the Bahamas. And I actually got to go in the ocean, and then I got to go snorkeling. That was my first time ever snorkeling was as an old ass adult. I was raised in Arizona, so I didn't ever get to be in the ocean. But I fucking love the ocean. I can't wait to go back. I just, it's well, we went on a cruise. I've never been in the ocean. I've only been to Florida once. I fucking hated that trip. It was, if I ever go back to Florida, it's going to be a much better trip. And, when I go back to Florida, I want to go to Disney World because I've never been. And I love Disneyland. That's probably like one of my happiest childhood memories is Disneyland. I didn't have a lot of happy childhood memories at all, but Disneyland was one of them. So I would love to get to Disney World. I definitely would love to get to, dude, I'm going to have a much bigger bankroll. Remember we talked about that. I'm going to have a huge bankroll. Huge bankroll. Huge. And I'm not going to have to take any kids with me when I go to Disney. It'll just be me. Me and my man. So close to where I live is, we have some creeks. So, I actually, some year I'll get in them. I don't know. Okay. That was a lot. Okay. Yeah. Like I say, we have some cool little spots around where I live. I don't get out to explore them too much because, life. Well, I'm getting there. We're getting there. Some year, very soon. Actually, this year I'll be free. It's coming. I really cannot believe how incredibly sick I was, though, this weekend. And that's actually very freaking upsetting. But it was also why I was glad that my children weren't around, because I think there was some tomfool fuckery there involving my children. So I'm glad they weren't around this weekend, because Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine. Number 46, which is 10 and 1. Letting our beauty, letting our grandeur shine. What I love about this, my most recent tattoo has peacock feathers and it's peacock inspired. It's not just a phoenix, it's a peacock and a phoenix and cherry blossoms all in one. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. 31, which is 4. Just like when Phil sees his shadow. Okay, there's 6 more weeks of winter. No, we have to let it go. So Groundhog spirit, let it go. Let it go for your own peace of mind. Koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Number 35, which is 8. Okay, cool. Koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. 35, which is 8. I heard they can fly. Dear spirit. Have you seen the other guys? Please tell me you've seen the other guys. Dear spirit, number 18. Bring a gentle touch, which is 9. Okay. That is your mission, to watch the other guys. Dear spirit. I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly! Okay. Well. Mark Wahlberg and fucking, what's his name? What's his bucket? Will Ferrell. Have you seen the Barbie movie? Panther spirit, 44, which is 8. Reclaim your power. Love it. Reclaim your power. Number 8. Panther spirit popped out again. Okay. Alright, let me see. Okay. The Panther spirit keeps wanting to go out. Okay, I love that you love Super Troopers. And I always think it is funny when Zyra's in and he says, I'm back, meow. And I'm like, because not everybody appreciates Super Troopers or the other guys or and Barbie is good, but it is not made for girls. It is not made for girls. Watch it. You might be surprised. Yeah, I just flipped you off. It is not. Don't be sexist. Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Hey, actually watch it. You might be surprised. No. Okay, I mean, I love Ryan Gosling, and Margot Robbie's the tits. So, if you don't watch it for anything other than that, it has a good message. Like, I fucking love the message at the end of Barbie, and it's made for everyone, I promise. But you don't have to. You boys need to, like, start watching shit made for girls, too, because you might be surprised. You might, you know, get in touch with, like, what us girls want, you know. There's about to be a loneliness pandemic after all the politics and shit. 12, Canary Spirit, sing your own song. It's number 3, sing your own song. Be your own bird. Do your own thing. I'm just Ken. I do watch movies just made for dudes, too. I watch a little bit of everything, but you wouldn't know that, would you? You would be surprised how many men's movies I've had to watch over the years because of my ex. And for my kids and stuff like that. I did not watch Ford versus Ferrari, but that's because I was busy raising kids. But there's so many men's movies that I've seen. So, I had to watch a lot of shit on F1. I've had to watch a lot of Star Trek shit. I've had to always accommodate for men, but men never accommodate for me. So, Yeah, well, I was with spicy men in Star Trek, unfortunately. Mission Impossible, seen a million of them. Fast and the Furious, seen a million of them. Do you know how many chick flicks guys went to see with me? Do you know how many kids movies I've had to watch? That's why I like going to see movies by myself, though, because then I don't have to complain with anybody about what they want to watch. I get to watch what I want to watch. 67, Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. I've never seen Ladybird, but Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. This and that are true. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. I didn't have that luxury. That was a good movie. Old movie. It was one of my ex-husband's movies. Was A Walk to Remember. He used to like that. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. It's been a hot minute since I've seen him. I actually love going to movies, and due to budget, I haven't been able to do a lot of things. Haven't been able to do self-care either. Well, it's what sisters do, I think. I don't know. I didn't have siblings like that, so. Yeah. Okay. Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. Okay. Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. Bee Spirit, sweet results await. Alright. Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love. Number 19. And Chameleon Spirit, act as if. Number 14, which is 5. Act as if it's already yours. Alright. Is your sister older or younger than you? And how many siblings do you have? Like, I thought you had a brother. Now you're telling me you have a sister, too? What's that all about? Are you the middle? Are you the middle? So there's 5 of you all together? Okay. Okay. There's 4. Okay. So you are the middle. Oh. Okay, well that explains a lot. That explains so much. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. You know, maybe your siblings feel the same way, man. You'd be surprised. And you poor middle children, like, you think that, like, everybody hates you. Which isn't true. Are they all with us? Are they all from the same parents, or were your parent with their splits there? Yeah. That kind of makes sense. See, I had there was 4 of us, but we were all from the same parents. And then, well, no, and then Okay. Well, that makes a little more sense because I think that's why I probably thought you only had a brother, is maybe that was who your parents had together. I don't know. Whale spirit, trust the great mystery. 65, which is 11. Yeah, it happens. I think like what's hard with siblings is none of you have the same parents. Like, I'm talking about even if you have like the same parents, each child is raised so much different than everyone else. Because like if you look at my brothers and my sister and I, we all had the same parents, but we all had a completely different upraising and experience. So. Got it. Okay. Chameleon spirit, act as if. These are all very like Italian names going on here, man. Okay. Well, you know, at least y'all have the same, like, part of the same DNA. 47, pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely. Alright, let's see if there's any more out of here. I might be hopping out pretty soon because I'm sleepy. Yeah. It happens. There's this thing, like the universe tricks you. Yes. Okay, so the universe tricks you. The firstborn is always normal. Like, the first child is always like, oh my gosh, you think you're going to get off easy. The second one, and then the third one, if you have a third child, like, god damn. That one, like, that one's like the cuckoo cuckoo one, and that's the one that makes the mom kind of go over the edge. Yeah. Yep. I look at, like, my oldest brother was, he was good. He was a good kid. My second brother was like, looked like an angel nightmare. He's the demon. He is the demon. He's also the golden child, my second brother. And then my third, like, my sister is the golden child also, like the girl golden child, but she is Whiskey Tango. And then I came along as the baby, and I was the black sheep, like the scapegoat. And I said to everybody, like, fuck you guys, I'm out. So. Yeah. I identify more as an orphan than I do from my family. And that's a whole other ballgame / story. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, chameleon spirit again. Act as if it's already yours. Hey, squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You may be nuts, but believe in yourself because you're collecting it all for winter. Alright. Well. And then brown bear spirit, take time out. Take time out. Take time to rest. Take care of yourself. Especially if you've been feeling sick today. That should be my own advice to myself. Take time out to rest. Take care of myself. because I don't know how to. It's probably why I need a man that can help take care of me so that he can be like, hey, go sit down. I've got this for 5 minutes. But I'd probably flip him off and tell him to go, yeah. Who does he think he's talking to? Oh, man. All right. All right. Well, if you want to chit-chat for a few minutes, we can do that. Other than that, I'm going to hop out pretty soon because, yeah. You just think. That's the, oh. I was not the golden child. I was the one who took the abuse of everything. Yeah. I had some weird family dynamics. So, attention-seeking behavior is connection-seeking behavior. And some of that also is like needing someone to pay attention to them. I know you're going to say like everybody paid attention to her, but probably they babied her. I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, I started working at the age of 13. So, in like an actual, like, work environment. Like, I worked at 13 in a pizza kitchen. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. That was kind of my brother too, but how is your dad doing, by the way? I'm gonna tell you, okay, from a little sister perspective, it wasn't fun to be included in that. Like, I was a lot younger than my brothers. And, I mean, like, a lot younger. And, I mean, I would be out there helping, but there would be wrenches flying. I would get cussed at. Like, it was not... Yeah. No, I was a lot younger. And it was terrifying as a kid. And that's also part of, like, that intimidation factor my brother had, because he was always so well-loved and he was so calm to everyone else. Yet, I've seen him completely, like, fucking split, and it's a terrifying nightmare. Like, he got mad at my brother and threw a phone at my brother and chipped my brother's 2 front fucking teeth because he has a temper problem. But everybody's like, oh, he's so nice. And I'm like, no, he isn't. That man's a psycho. Yeah, No, that's, I think that that's where a lot of my fear, like people that are really calm and nice, it's a huge fear because, like I say, I've watched my brother, my dad, everybody who is so well loved and so calm, I watched them split, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's terrifying. I think that was, well, but there's drawbacks to being the good kid too, man, because you were treated like you didn't have emotions. You were the good kid, so you couldn't have a bad day. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And then we get to be adults and we can't figure out why we can't regulate emotions. And we get to adults and we figure out, like, we can't figure out why we're so angry. It's because we were never allowed to express anything other than being good or being polite or kind or anything. I know. I get it. I think what was terrifying, just to talk on this for a minute, because, like, my ex, who I've known now for 17 years, but 14 years, I had never seen him ever truly lose his shit. So I think that that's why I got really fucking scared, was because all the time during our marriage, especially because he couldn't lose his shit because, you know, stereotypically, like, there's the angry stereotype, so he was never ever angry. And when he finally started losing his shit, like, I got really fucking scared, because it was reminiscent of my brother, where it was like, next, you know, like, you're going to have to dodge, like, shit being thrown at you. So that was something that was really hard for me. It was like 14 years of never seeing any anger, and then all of a sudden now there's like uncontrollable rage, and then he wondered why I would get scared and act irrational. I'm like, because for 14 years you were the Dalai Lama, and then all of a sudden now you're fucking psycho. Yeah. So that's also why I try to show up authentically, and I try not to, like, when I'm having a hard day, I'm having a hard day, and when I'm having a good day, I'm having a good day, but I try not to mask that shit, because, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, we don't just get into drugs and addiction because we had an easy life, baby. I know that's not what you want to hear, but I'm gonna tell you that, like, she didn't get into hard drugs because she had an easy life. There's a lot of other shit underneath all that. So she had a good brother, though. Like, I had the brother that was not helping me at all. He was actually taking from me. So I get it. Like, my brother was a single dude, and he didn't have the responsibilities that I did, but he was taking money from me. So I was the responsible sister. Even with a fucking kid, I was the responsible sister. Even though they say I got everything handed to me too, but I didn't. So I don't know. It's complex. Remember I said that we can all be from the same parents and not have the same experience. It's not. It's active addiction and unhealed childhood trauma. It's not her wanting to be a rebellious teenager. I know this is not any of the shit you want to hear, right? But I'm telling you, like, she's not being rebellious and still in her teenage years. It's like, that's unhealed trauma. Like, we get stuck at the age where something super traumatic happened. And this is something that I could talk about. But we get stuck mentally at whatever age something stupidly traumatic happened. So, like, and, like, for me, I still get stuck in certain phases where it's like a really big trauma happened at a certain phase, and I will get stuck in that phase, and then I have to work my way out of it. So it's not for fun. It's not like she don't like being there. She probably wants to be a responsible adult and have a good life, but she's probably stuck in a trauma, like a trauma loop cycle that's triggering her into that behavior. Because, like, for me, there are certain familial triggers, and they do it intentionally, but there are certain familial triggers that will trigger me, like, it'll send me back to being 5 and what my family did to me, and I'll be stuck in that loop. So I get it, and like I say, it's hard. Nobody, like, we don't like being that way. Like, there are certain trauma loops that get me stuck between, like, the ages of 7 and 14 that I have to work through, that I work through regularly to try and get out of that loop. It's complex, and we're all fighting generational trauma and curses. That's why you have to be brave enough to stand up and say, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. That's the point I came to with my life. My family fucking hates me, but I finally stood up and I said, you know what, I'm not going to participate in these toxic family cycles anymore. I'm not going to cowtail to someone who treats me like I'm 5, even though I'm 40 something. So, yeah. My family probably thinks I'm in my teenage rebellious stage because I won't put up with their shit and their disrespect. I just decided to separate myself from them. Although I didn't go back and ask them for any fucking help. I'm not dependent on my family. I don't talk to my family. But that's because they want to stay stuck in, like, toxic past. And I'm like, yeah, no, we don't live there anymore. I don't live there anymore. They do. And that's the actual irony. And that was a conversation I had to have with my ex-boyfriend's mom. Is she was saying, like, oh, I don't want to go visit family for this dinner. And I'm like, you don't have to if you don't want to, but they were kind enough to invite you, which they hadn't before. I go, and the beauty is that you don't have to stay in that same toxic family system. You just have to go visit for a few hours, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but you're not staying with all that family members that are still stuck in that little small town with that little small mindset and not ever going anywhere. So, I don't know. Hopefully any of that made sense, but oh, man. I can't afford bail right now. If I were to actually, oh my gosh. So today I went on a field trip and I passed by 4 different sheriffs on my field trip, and I'm like, oh, please don't. It's all a cry for help, man. I promise. I know that's not what you want to hear, but it really is a cry for help. There's bigger problems than anyone realizes, or that anyone will be willing to look at and admit. Okay, well, here's an example. When I was living with my ex, and when I would try to smoke weed, he would threaten to call the cops on me. I didn't have anywhere to smoke because he would threaten to call the cops on me, and I definitely couldn't smoke in the house or around the house, so... And I wasn't going to be driving after smoking, because then I definitely get the cops called on me. So, sometimes we do what we can do, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know your sister personally. I know my side of, what I've gone through. I know what I've been put through by my family and by my ex, and it's been ugly as fuck. So I also know why I had my addictions, and my addictions were, again, from major abuse and neglect and trauma within my family. I didn't choose addiction because I wanted to, and actually I didn't truly have much of a choice in addiction, because my family was feeding me alcohol as a child. And then on top of them feeding me alcohol when I was a child, my mom provided alcohol for me when I was a teenager and normalized all of that. So she... made me a complete fucking addict, but then said I was the problem and, all that jazz. So, again, I didn't choose addiction because I had a happy life. I chose addiction because it was impossible to deal with the mental anguish of what my fucking family had put me through. I am the other side of the story, though. I did have a functioning life. I had a career. I've had a few careers. I had a happy-ish family life, as far as my kids and my ex while we were in it, but we were both addicts. We were both in addiction. We both had alcohol problems, but I was a fully functioning, worked, took care of my kids, had friends, had a life. So, I was raised in a completely chaotic, shitty, abusive, toxic, neglectful family, and still made something of myself, and still had a fucking addiction. So, we're not all the same. We do recover, though. I recovered. I talk about how, and maybe you, I've talked about this, but, I gave up drinking. I gave up my addiction. I was willing and brave enough to give it up and do the hard work. And that's the other part, when people want to be oh, I can't give up drinking. I'm that's just a fucking excuse. If I can give up drinking, you can give up drinking. And when people say, oh, it's too hard to overcome childhood trauma, and I'm yeah, well, I don't know what else to tell you, man. Actually, if you look at my family would say I'm a shitbag, even though they don't actually fucking know a thing about me. My ex-husband says I'm a deadbeat, but he didn't know a thing about me. So, and actually, it can be even said that, you don't know a thing about me either. So, you may think I'm a shitbag, but you don't actually know. You don't know what people go through. You don't know what people are doing. And that is exactly the problem. You're saying she's a shitbag, but there's no one to help her. Just like I'm told I'm a shitbag, but no one helps me either. And actually, they intentionally don't help me. They have done everything in their power to make sure that no one helps me. That's why I'm here trying to do this, to earn money, because they have cut off every other way for me to earn money. So you can say that, like, she's a horrible person, but if no one's helping her with her addiction, no one's helping her with her mental, no one's helping her, like, dig her way out of the hole, like, that's a support situation, not necessarily your sister's a bad person situation. Hey, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh. Okay, Eva, don't lick my toe like a weirdo, sir. Alright, I'm gonna hop out. I'm like fading. I hope you guys have a good night. I will catch you later. I'm Lara Jo, SirenSong Lover. Yeah. Should you wish to book a service, that can be done through SirenSongLover.in. Should you wish to donate to my ministry, it's always greatly appreciated. That can be done through Cash App at SirenSong Lover, capital S, Siren, capital S, Song, capital L, Lover. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.